I promise you don't suck at Instagram. You just probably need to take a look at your analytics and figure out what actually is working for you. And in this video, I'm going to give you 3 of my favorite analytics to look at so you can really understand Instagram and how it works. For those of you who are new, hello, my name is ANDREA Jones. I work with online entrepreneurs, helping them learn how to use social media as a tool to grow their business. And that's Gibson back there. All right, so the first metric we're gonna look at is really all about impact. And this is the metric that helps you see how much you're actually reaching your audience. So I've got my phone that I'm gonna put up on the screen, and I wanna walk you through exactly how to find these metrics. So I'm actually gonna tap on my profile, and I'm gonna click on the hamburger menu at the top, and I'm gonna tap on the word insights. And this is how you see all of your insights. And you'll immediately see a ton of numbers. We're just gonna focus on 3 today. The first one is accounts reached. And the reason why this is important is because we wanna see how many people are actually even seeing our posts. Now, Instagram automatically puts this as the past 7 days. I like to do the last 30 days just to really give some context to the value of these numbers. So you can see on my screen in the past 30 days, my account has reached over 17,000 people. Now, if I want to dive deeper into this number, a second piece to this is actually seeing those people and whether they are followers or non-followers. And ideally, as an online business owner, we want to be reaching people who are not currently following us. So you can see here that 2,400 of these were followers and 14,000 were non-followers. If I scroll down even further, I can see that my Reels, Instagram Reels, actually got quite a bit more reach than my posts, followed by videos, followed by stories. So now I can then take this information and make educated decisions on my Instagram account because I know exactly how I'm bringing people into my world. Now, once they're in my world, what are they doing? So the next metric that I want to look at is engagement. And specifically, I want to look at engagement on the account basis. So I'm going back to my insights here, and I'm going to scroll down to content you've shared. And I want to toggle over to, again, I like to look at the past 30 days, but I'm going to do any post in the past 30 days. And right now it's showing me reach, and you can see here that I did boost some posts with, you'll see the little squiggly line next to the post. But what I actually want to look at is engagement. And the reason I want to look at engagement is because a lot of the content I'm posting on social media is all about connection and community building. So I'm going to go over to a few different types of engagement in this category. The first one is comments. Comments are a very public way that people can engage. You can see my number 1 post in the top 30 days had 10 comments. So if I'm looking for ways to leverage Instagram even further, I'm going to take a look at this post and see why that is. Number 1, it starts with a hook at the beginning. I've got slides here that have some interaction involved. And then I can take a look at the content themselves and people talking about why they liked this post. So if I'm creating my content plan, I want to look at more posts just like this one. The next type of engagement I want to look at is actually saves. I love looking at saves because it shows you how many people are like creeping on your content. Not that they necessarily left a comment, but they want to come back to it for later. The same post at the top, and then we've got a hiring post, and we've actually got third here, this podcast post. And I want to pull this one up because it got 1 comment and almost no likes. But when I look at it, 4 people saved it. So when we think about the value of the post, it's not necessarily just the comments and likes. When I look at saves, I can definitely see the impact that it's having on my audience, so much so that they wanted to save it for later. The last metric I'm going to look at is shares. Shares are great because it's typically when people share it to their stories, but it also can be sharing in other ways as well, sending a direct message to an individual person, for instance. I can see obviously the hiring post did really well as far as shares go. 6 people shared that one in the last 30 days. But then I also can see this post, which is the first time I'm seeing it here, our LinkedIn Jumpstart Challenge that we did at the beginning of the month also got shared quite a bit. So 4 times there. And this is, again, a really good metric to look at, because when we think about the importance of these posts to our audience, sometimes that doesn't mean they're liking and commenting. Sometimes it means they're sharing and saving. So we talked about impact, we talked about engagement. The third metric is conversions. And isn't that why we're here on Instagram as business owners in the first place? We want people to take action with our posts. And while most of them are community focused, we definitely have those posts where we want them to do something, whether that be go listen to a podcast episode, watch a YouTube video, download our lead magnet, or sign up for our programming. So I'm going to take a look at same screen here. I'm going to take a look at website tabs. All the way at the bottom here, there's a button called website tabs. When we look at website tabs, this is when we're telling people to go click the link in the bio. And Instagram is actually tracking how many people left that post, went over to your profile, then tapped the link in your bio. So if you're asking people to do this, you want to make sure that it's actually happening. And if you notice that it's not happening, then you want to think about the structure of that post. Why isn't it happening? Do you need to say different things? Do you need to post at different times? Then you can start to actually dive deeper into what's working and what's not on your Instagram without just having to guess if it's working for you and feeling like you're terrible and awful. So in this instance, you can see that the top post is the hiring post again. 10 people went to click the link to probably look at our job posting. Also, the post where we talked about the Feed podcast, which is our private podcast inside of the Savvy Social School. We talked about the benefit of posting news stories there for business owners and how it relates to their business. 2 people went over to the bio to take a look at what the Savvy Social School was all about. In this conversion category, I also want to talk about intent to convert. So you know how on Instagram we put, go check out the link in our bio? Well, ultimately, we want to see if people did that. Sometimes they get lost along the way. And this is what I call profile views. So if you go on over to profile or profile visits here, if you go on over to profile visits, you can see how many people went from that post directly to your profile. And you can see here for the hiring post, 51 people left my post to go look at my profile. Now, ultimately, I do want people to tap the link in the bio, but sometimes this happens when they look at the post, maybe they found you on the Discover page and they just want to follow you. Or maybe they want to look at your other posts. So it's not necessarily a missed opportunity, but to me, this is an incredible opportunity because it shows that they're interested in the content that you're posting, so much so that they left the feed to go look at your profile. So you can see here the hiring post did well, but also this post, which showed up for the first time in our analytics, which is talking about the Instagram Jumpstart Challenge. So when I'm talking about this post specifically, you can see that 50 people liked it. It got 4 comments, but 18 people went to click on over to the profile, hopefully to sign up with that link in the bio for the challenge itself. I hope you found this video helpful to your business owner, and I want to guide you to more videos. So I actually have a whole playlist here on YouTube that talks all about Instagram. It's called the Instagram Strategy Playlist. Take a look at it. I'm going to keep adding videos to it over time. If Instagram is your jam, this is a place to get tons of information. So click on over to that playlist and start consuming more videos today. I'll be back with a new video soon. Bye for now.